Well, good morning. You find me cooking breakfast this morning. It's not like a full Scottish, it's more like a quarter Scottish. We have square sausage, bacon, sausage, and black pudding. No eggs because we haven't bought any eggs. And then we also had toasted tea cakes as well because we had no toast. So it's like a quarter Scottish. It'll do. Anyways, so here we are on day 2. So we started the day off with a great breakfast. And then we made our way to Glamis Castle. You're not allowed to take pictures in Glamis because it's still a privately owned home. But we also happened upon the Strathmore Highland Games today at Glamis Castle as well. So we went to see that too. So. On to Glamis. It's been home to the Lion family since the 14th century, though the present building dates largely from the 17th century. Glamis was the childhood home of the late Queen Elizabeth Queen Mother, and her second daughter, Margaret, was born here on August 21st, 1930. In 1034, Malcolm II was murdered at Glamis, where there was a royal hunting lodge in Shakespeare's play Macbeth, although the historical King Macbeth has no connection to the castle. By 1372, a castle had been built at Glamis, and the castle was later rebuilt in an L-plan tower house in the early 15th century. The title Lord Glamis was created in 1445 by Sir Patrick Lyon. James V seized Glamis around 1537 and lived there for. By 1543, Glamis was returned to John Lyon, the 7th Lord of Glamis, and in 1606, Patrick Lyon, the 9th Lord of Glamis, was made the Earl of Kinghorn. He began major works on the castle, which was commemorated by the inscription built by Patrick, Lord of Glamis, and Dame Anna Murray on the central tower. An English architect has traditionally been linked to the redesign of the castle, though some consider the King's master mason William Shaw a more likely candidate due to the traditional Scottish style of the architecture. During the Commonwealth of England, Scotland and Ireland, soldiers were garrisoned at Glamis, and in 1670 Patrick Lyon, the third Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, returned to the castle and found that it was uninhabitable. Restorations took place until 1689, including the creation of the Baroque garden. John Lyon, the 9th Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, succeeded in 1753, and in 1767 he married Mary Eleanor Bowes, heiress to a coal mining fortune. He set about improving the grounds to the picturesque style in the 1770s. The southwest wing was rebuilt after a fire in the early 19th century, and in the 1900s, Lady Elizabeth Bowes Lyon was born, the youngest daughter of Claude Bowes Lyon, 14th Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, and his wife Cecilia. She spent much of her childhood at Glamis, which was used during World War I as a military hospital. She was instrumental in organizing the rescue of the castle's contents during a serious fire on September 1st of 1916. Then on April 26, 1923, she married Prince Albert, Duke of York, second son of George V at Westminster Abbey. And as we know, Prince Albert became king, and of course his daughter Elizabeth is our late Queen Elizabeth, who passed away and is succeeded by King Charles. The current Glamis Castle is the home of Simon Bowes Lyon, the 19th Earl of Strathmore and Kinghorn, who came to earldom in 2016. The most well-known legend connected with the castle is the Monster of Glamis, a hideously deformed child born to the family. Accounts from Virginia Gabriel, a singer and composer who stayed at the castle in 1870, report citing this monster. Supposedly, the monster was kept in the castle all his life, and his suite of rooms was bricked up after his death. An alternate version is that in every generation of the family, a vampire child is born and walled up in the same room. Ooh, spooky. We were also told of a legend where there's a window on one side of the castle, and you can't see that window from in the Great Hall because it's been bricked over as well, and supposedly the devil bricked over the wall so that one of the Lords or Earls of Glamis could play cards until he died, and he and his buddies are heard laughing and playing cards in the dead of night, but who knows if that's all true. Anyways, so Glamis, Highland Games, and then I'll meet you at House of Dun.
Strathmore Highland Games. I think this is a lovely approach.
You see, and this is what I want from a Scottish castle. Turrets and dooley bits, as opposed to scone. Being more straight. Yeah, scone. Don't tell me it's the Highland Games today. It blooming is.
Is it actually? Well, we'll have to go toss some cables, Mother. We have no choice.
Oh, crikey. Glamis Castle
In
visitors.
600 yards, turn left.
Oh, be quiet, you stupid woman.
We didn't even know it was the Highland Games. Do we look like Highland Games people?
Morning.
Hey, we can do a rodeo, but we didn't know
there was the Highland
Games.
Okay, so
We've come to see the castle.
we've come to see the castle. So if you just go straight down towards the castle,
Perfect.
it just goes to the left at the bottom.
But you
Lovely.
can buy tickets.
Yeah, you can buy tickets.
You
if
can
you
buy
want to see
tickets to the games.
Okay. Well,
Online.
do we have time? Well, we don't have online. That's the problem.
We'll go and look at the. So when does the games start?
You might
12
want to buy them there.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock's the official open.
And then how long does it last?
About 4 hours.
4 hours.
Just before the rain starts.
Did you plan it this way?
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, we landed in the airport yesterday and it was raining, so we've got that out of the way. Yes.
Right.
So if we go and look at the castle and decide to
leave your
come
car
to the
where you
games,
parked down there,
Okay.
and then you just go
Okay.
across. There'll be ticket booths here that you might be able to buy
we'll see.
straight away.
We'll see how we're doing.
We'll
All
see
right.
how we're doing. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Isn't that amazing? We got a pottery show yesterday, and we could.
In 400 yards at the end
We
of the
could
road,
go to
turn
some
left.
Highland Games today.
Hilarious.
Dear.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's a pretty castle. I like the shape of it too, the big tall middle and
Yeah.
then the two outer bits.
Yeah. Now, what do they call those big tall bits? Something.
Towers. I didn't bring my kilt though. Castle Car.
Yeah, I guess he's up there.
Oh, we have to go round.
Round
Okay.
over there.
So are we running these people over, or
no, we're just giving them
dear.
you know,
a
we're
little
ju-
friendly nudge?
Yeah, we're not doing it English style.
Now turn left.
Oh, be quiet, you silly woman.
Them folks look frozen.
We didn't bring chairs to the Highland Games, Mother.
Oh, do you need chairs?
Probably.
Oh,
We need our thingamables, don't we?
Probably.
Hello!
we just discovered this Highland Games here today.
yes.
Nobody said.
Nobody's. I told him we can do rodeos, but we don't know anything about Highland Games.
No problem at all. You've got 8 cards. Let me
Yes.
go and photograph these, and then I will be back. It's for the castle tour.
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. What you do is, when you park up, you're going from the middle door for the castle tour upstairs, and you will get a tour time from there, and you can plan your day out from there.
Beauty.
I will be back.
Can we just knit forward?
Make him run up and down, do that. Middle door, up the stairs. That was nice and quiet. It's gas, you know. It's not diesel.
We were at Blackford Highland Games a couple of weeks ago, and it was unbelievably wet. Oh my word. There's something else entirely.
I can't decide if I should stick to this or put my raincoat on. Oh, we're over here. We moved. We were trying to help you not run so much.
There you go, and 2 tickets back as well.
Lovely.
Have a lovely time, enjoy.
So these are just our tickets
That's the
now.
ones for the castle tour.
Okay, lovely.
Have a
You are
lovely
you,
time.
and you are you.
Straight down, it'll take you around to the right into the main car park at the bottom there. Have
Beautiful.
a lovely day.
Thank
Take
you
care.
too.
Like,
A quaver. Do we have any quavers?
In
Oh, Christmas.
300 yards at the end of the road, turn right.
you might have got some. You might have got some between. Oh, it was a tip. Oh, but these are lovely trees.
It's like we didn't buy any quavers, Mama. With some of the warehouse, I didn't bring them with me. Right. Disabled parking. How do you feel pulling up in front of, like, right here?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go round on that other side and be a bit closer still?
Yeah, let's be lazy.
Okay. Because I think we go through those doors.
Oh, well, we can stay here then.
Would you make a right?
I have to.
Oh, dear. Nah, that'll do for me. Will it do for you?
To do. So, what's the temperature? Does the car tell?
We've got it later.
Well done. Right skill kick.
So the House of Dun should be coming up quite soon here. I've got a fair amount to say, and I don't know how much time I have to say it in, so I'm going to get started. This is a national property for Scotland, lying close to the edge of Montrose Basin. The Dun estate was home to the Erskine family from 1375 until 1980. John Erskine of Dun was a key figure in the Scottish Reformation, and the current house was designed by William Adam, and they started building in 1732 and they were finished in 1743. The elaborate plasterwork by Joseph Enzer is best preserved in the saloon, and actually who is it? John. Sorry. He was quite the Jacobite supporter, I believe is the right person. And he had put in all over the place Jacobite roses. There's 140 Jacobite roses alone in the saloon where we were. There are other representations of their dislike for the crown, such as a bit of plasterwork where there's a god standing on the English crown, and underneath it is a fairly dead looking lion. But anyways, there we go. So this house replaced the original 14th century tower house to the west when David Erskine, the 13th Laird of Dun, an Edinburgh lawyer, was appointed Lord Justiciar in 1710, wanted a more comfortable and prestigious home. It was home to the Erskines for a further 250 years, undergoing some remodeling by Lady Augusta Fitzclarence, the natural daughter to King William IV and his long-term mistress Dora Jordan. They did Carol say 10 children? Here's the plasterwork. Augusta married the Honorable John Kennedy Erskine. When they married and moved to the property, Augusta made several alterations, modernizing the property. In the front entryway, she has removed a wall, removing the symmetry and balance that was popular with William Adam, and the floors are two completely different patterns, and some of the flags are in a diamond pattern and some of the flags are just laid out normally. Okay, where are we? Oh, yes. And then she removed a wall in the dining room as well, so there could be a kitchen off the dining room versus the food having to come up 2 flights of stairs and then ending up in the dining room. The last Laird of Dun was Millicent Lovett. She moved out of the house to an estate house temporarily in 1948. She let it to a hotelier. Carol said her name was Mrs. Phillips, who upon entering the house noted the entire contents of the house was just left in its place. All of the china, wall hangings, portraiture, furniture that the family had kept for years. Mrs. Phillips's first order of business was to remove everything from every room in the house before making it a hotel / guest house / hunting lodge, and took it all up to the attic, where she locked the door for fear that any of her guests might steal something. Millicent never returned to the house, and on her death in 1980, it was bequeathed by her to the National Trust for Scotland. When the trust got a hold of it, they were worried about how empty it was, but as they explored, they discovered the original furnishings safely stowed in the attic, and have spent 9 years returning the house to how it would have been in the time when Lady Augusta lived there. In 1989, the house opened to the public, and the Queen Mother presided over the reopening to mark the 300th year since William Adams' death. The house is full of embroidery and needlework that Lady Augusta had done, even embroidering an entire bed set in the King's bedroom, should her father, the King William, ever decide to visit. But as she was illegitimate, once he became king, he never did visit the House of Dun, and the bed hangings and coverings were sadly never used, but they are hanging on the bed today. Despite removing some of the walls and messing with William Adams' original design, her embroidery is stunning. It's quite phenomenal. Some of it's gone into restoration, and there were 2 window coverings that a local Crafting Guild spent 4 years recreating based on Lady Augusta's original drawings, which were also in the attic. Then it was back to Kinnaird. We drove round Montrose Basin to get back to Kinnaird. We keep finding different ways in and out of Kinnaird, which is quite amusing. And then we had some time for some silliness, and then we packed up the car because tomorrow I think is going to be a long day, which means I should head to bed. Anyways, enjoy the silliness that is to follow, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Now turn right,
road.
then you will have reached your destination.
No, it's not.
Isn't that?
That's the no-through
Across
road.
from the no entry.
Oh,
is
that's
that
the no-through road.
Okay. It's entirely up to you now which way you want to go in.
In 90 yards, you will have reached your destination. The destination is on the right.
He's coming quickly.
Yes. That's why I'm backing up decently slowly. It's also an intersection. I should have gone speeding towards him with the force he was
You
speeding
have
towards
reached
me.
your destination. The destination is on the right.
No, it's not. It's on the left. On the left.
On your left.
Have we finished? Or?